Would you like to swing on a star? Take some moonbeams home in a jar and be better than you are. Do you want to stay on Earth with creatures who live there are not quite unique? They like to mostly eat, talk, and sleep. A human being is one of many types. They are the strangest of all prototypes. But if you dare and try to give it a glance, you could be happy there by chance. So would you like to swing on a star? Take some moonbeams home in a jar and be better than you are. You could be swinging on a star. You could be swinging on a star. Could be swinging on a star.
Strike two! Way to chuck it in there, Evie. I feel real good. The Fighting Hamsters are finally gonna make the playoffs.
You know, Cosmo says that softball develops all the wrong muscles in a woman. Keep that up, you two will never catch a husband.
Why don't you go play in a typhoon? Yeah.
See, that's the problem with you jocks. So happens we don't have typhoons on this side of the Pacific. We have hurricanes.
All right, then. Go play in the hurricane.
It's a typhoon out there.
Don't start. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Evie, get with it. You throw it any lower and you'll be bowling.
Hey. Playing ball in the living room. All right. I see the Fighting Hamsters aren't letting the rain interfere with their practice.
Fighting Hamsters? Who came up with a dopey name like that?
I did.
Love it.
How's it going?
Great. Evie's pitching like Bruce Willis sings.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Okay, mail call.
Oh, anything for me?
Yeah, I think so. As the advertisement, Pirelli's Pizza. Oh, wait, this is it. Here. Here's something from the Young Astronauts program.
This is it. This is the letter I've been waiting for.
What's the Young Astronauts program?
Oh, it's a new program to encourage kids to study math, science, and technology.
Oh, kind of like a high-tech Girl Scouts. I've been accepted! I've been accepted!
When did all this happen?
A little while ago, I filled out their application and they accepted me. I've decided I'm going to be an astronaut.
Oh, Flash Garland. Astronauts have to be very scientific. On your last biology exam, you had the neck bone connected to the knee bone.
Wait, that application was very scientific. And it was good enough for them to accept me, right?
Wait, how can you be a young astronaut? You get carsick just going to the beach. You look really dorky in a crew cut. And you don't even like Tang.
Boy, Evie, I wish you would have told me about this. I'm just flabbergasted. Huh, to think. The feet I played little piggy with may someday be walking on Mars.
How about those little piggies getting back to the pitcher's mound? We have a big game next week. Are you kidding? I don't have time for softball. I'm headed for another galaxy. I'm going to boldly go where no man has gone before.
You're gonna clean your room?
But what about the game? We could be the first hamsters to win the championship. Sorry, Lindsay, but I'd rather be the first hamster in space.
Honey, are you still working out? If you keep this up, you'll get sweat stains on the carpeting.
Mom, I'm an astronaut to be. I've got to be in tip-top physical condition.
What did your father say when you told him about all this?
He doesn't know.
You mean you haven't told him yet?
Mom, I want to see the look on his face when I show up on Antarius.
Oh, that's sweet. But I think you should tell him. You shouldn't just drop in on another person's planet without calling first.
Oh, Mom, you know how fathers are. He'll probably try to talk me out of it.
Well, maybe not. By the way, I read the contest entry that you sent to the Young Astronauts program.
What'd you think?
I was so impressed. I don't understand a word after Dear Young Astronauts, but boy, I was so impressed. Just think, my little Evie, the kid who thought Sputnik was one of Santa's reindeer, writing this. And thus, when the xyloprolate fuel is magnetized by the neutron carbon, the atomized fusion of molecular diodes are instantly stabilized. Mr. Wizard, eat your heart out. All I can say is there better be maid service in space. Oh. What am I doing? I can't clean up her room. I'll spoil her rotten. Or maybe I'll just pick up one or two things, kind of clear a path through the brush. A little music while I work. Said a little music.
But Evie, honey, I don't understand why you want to know about xyloprolate fuel.
You know how it is, Dad. You get to wondering about things. Why is the sky blue? How do birds fly? What's the fusion ratio of the xyloprolate?
Well, the thing to remember is when xyloprolate fuel is magnetized by the neutron carbon, atomized fusion of the molecular diodes are instantly stabilized. Does that answer your question, honey?
Sure does,
Sure
Dad.
does.
You've helped me out more than you know.
So how am I supposed to handle this? She didn't get in on her own. She cheated.
Oh, Donna, all she did was get some information from her father. That's hardly cheating. It's more like going to a library in outer space. What is this mustard with the little brown things in it?
I call it cheating.
That's not what it says on the label.
She is desperate to see her father. Come to think of it, so am I. I wonder if the young astronauts have a program for mature young astronauts.
Hey, here's a tip. Never look at the ingredients on a package of bologna. Way at the bottom of the list, it says, and other assorted cow and pig parts. Fridge or freezer?
Garbage. She's gonna burn herself out, too. All she does is exercise and study.
Oh, yeah. It's kids like that will give teenagers a bad name.
I think the only honorable thing for her to do is to drop out of the program.
Well, you know, I agree.
Good. When do you want to tell her?
Oh, no. She's your daughter. You tell her.
I hate confrontations, especially with other people.
I'm sorry, sis, but in Mommy Land, confrontations go with the territory.
Don't eat that. Come on, cut it.
I just want one.
You just... Come in.
Hi, Beano. Hi, Mrs. Garland.
Hello, dollface. So, let me know how you make out, Mom.
Hi, Lindsay. Evie's in the living room.
I didn't come here to see Evie. I came to see you. I think you should have a talk with her. You know, man to man.
That might be a little difficult, biologically speaking. What do you want me to talk to her about?
Order her to come back on the team.
Oh, Linz, I want her to play as badly as you do. Oh, no, I don't mean that you play badly. I mean, I want her to... It's got to be Evie's decision.
Mrs. Garland, I don't think you realize the seriousness of our situation. A baseball team is like a sandwich. The bottom bread is the outfield, the top bread is the infield, the meat is the pitcher. The lettuce is the catcher, the tomato is the...
I get the idea, Lindsay.
Well, you take the meat out of that sandwich, and what do you have?
A BLT?
This is no time for levity. If Evie isn't on the mound this Saturday, we're dead hamster meat.
Dead hamster meat. I think Evie has one of their albums upstairs. Hi, honey. What you doing?
Studying about Pluto?
See the one with the funny hat, or is that Goofy? Little joke. Evie, I want to talk to you about something. Have you got a minute?
Sure.
Well, what I want to talk to you about is something very important. Well, not very important compared to really important things, but you know, on a lesser scale, I think it's pretty important. On a scale of medium important things, I would say that this is really very, very, really important. I mean, really very important.
Mom, your minute's up.
If I told you that I accidentally played one of your tapes by accident, you would know that it was an accident that I played the tape accidentally.
That's 2 minutes. You listened to one of my tapes?
Purely by accident.
Which one? Gorgo and the Toxic Meatballs?
No, more like Evie and the Tutoring Troy.
Uh-oh.
You're darn right, uh-oh. Evie, how could you do that? You got into the Young Astronauts program on your father's coattails.
I had to. You know I'd do anything to see him.
I know, but Evie, you'll never get away with it. They'll find out you're not a scientific genius. What are you going to do? Bring your father to class every day and pass him off as a pencil sharpener?
I'll do it on my own. I'll study real hard night and day.
Evie...
They won't find out. Besides, what are they going to do? Send John Glenn to the house to give me the 3rd degree or something?
Hello. May I speak with Miss Evie Garland, please? I'm Scott Carpenter.
I was close.
Miss Garland, Miss Garland.
Mom? Mom, are you all right?
I'm fine. Just taking a little cat nap. Gee, I never thought the Young Astronaut program was going to send us a real astronaut.
Well, NASA sent me because we're very impressed with the essay your daughter wrote.
Nobody helped her with that.
Well, it's incredible. Either Evie is a scientific genius or she's been speaking with someone from another planet. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I haven't eaten anything today, that's all. Why don't I fix us something to eat? Huh? Yeah. I have all the right stuff. I just bought some bologna.
Oh, that'd be fine. Thank you.
What would you like on it?
Do you have any of that mustard with the little brown things in it?
My brother thinks they're wood chips. Thinks she's talked to someone on another planet? You astronauts are a laugh, Ryan.
Are you adopted? Well, your mother must be very proud of you.
She is. Oh, please, sit down.
Evie, about that essay, we're intrigued by your rocket fuel xyloprolate.
Oh, yeah? It's great stuff.
It's more than that. We think it's a major breakthrough, but we have lots of questions.
You do?
Yes, like that displaced carbon atom. How do you keep the mixture stable?
Oh, that's easy. Well... Dad? Dad, are you there?
Yes, Evie. What is it?
Why are you whispering?
I'm in a meeting.
Oh, well, this will only take a second. How do you keep the xyloprolate fuel stable with that one displaced carbon atom?
Ask your mother.
Dad, this is important.
Okay, it's simple. You magnetize the neuron field around it.
Okay. Thanks, Dad. It's simple. You just magnetize the neuron field around the carbon atom.
That just might work, but what about proton variants?
Oh, you know how protons are. They pretty much stick to themselves.
Well, considering the magnetic field, you just might be right.
I am?
But does all of that give you an acceptable combustion ratio?
Yes, if it's pre-oxygenated.
No, that would make xyloprolate much too active.
Oh, couldn't agree with you more.
Then how do we tank it or pump it?
How do we tank it or pump it? I gotta get an extension cube. You can render it less active if you combine it with the hydronet crystals.
Hydronet. What's that?
Oh, come on. Don't you guys know anything? So I got all this information from my father, and I really don't know any of this stuff.
Well, Evie, I'm so sorry to learn that you're not responsible for that essay, but I'm glad to learn that you're honest enough to admit it.
Yes, sir. I told my dad everything, and he said I should tell you the truth.
I'd certainly like to meet him and learn more about xyloprolate.
You can talk to him, but you can't meet him. See, my dad lives on another planet.
Oh, a sense of humor. All astronauts need one.
No, I'm serious. My dad lives on the planet Antares. And I'm half alien.
Well, that didn't take long, did it? So, how has your little conversation been going?
Well, I'm not sure. Your daughter has just told me she's half alien.
Oh, did she tell
Is she always like this? Miss Garland?
What? Oh, I'm fine. Just catching a few Z's. Evie, why would you tell a nice man like Mr. Carpenter a really wacky story like that?
Because Dad told me to. Honest. Dad?
Evie, no.
Mom, this is his idea.
I'm here, Evie.
What is that thing?
Don't you have one? This is a toaster radio. I got it when I opened a savings account at a bank.
Is Scott Carpenter there?
Speaking.
Oh, my dad can't hear you. He can only hear me. He's here, Dad.
What is that? Some sort of cordless telephone?
Yes, it's a toaster phone.
Mom, Mr. Carpenter, this is a laser genetic device that enables me to speak to my dad on Antares.
Sure, and with this, I can contact Pluto.
He's not the one with the funny hat. That's Goofy.
You probably don't remember me, Mr. Carpenter, but I was the flashing amber light you saw in the northwest quadrant when you were in orbit.
That was you? We all thought it was the Vostok 8 re-entry.
You probably thought it was the Vostok 8 re-entry.
See? See, he knew about it.
It was in all the newspapers. That doesn't prove anything.
This will.
Evie, don't you...
See? I have the alien power to stop time. Look at my mom.
Well, I hope that information I gave you will be some help.
It's fantastic. It's the greatest scientific advance since Einstein's theory of relativity.
He says it's neat, Dad.
Just don't go telling the National Enquirer, okay?
Oh, by the way, tell Alan Shepard that golf ball he hit on the moon smashed my windshield.
A sense of humor. He's a real astronaut.
Scott, one last thing. Would you put your hand over the cube? It's sort of an intergalactic handshake. Bye, Scott.
This has been the most fascinating day of my life. I can't wait to get back to Houston and tell them all I've learned. Evie, great meeting you.
You too.
You too, Miss Garland.
Oh, likewise. It was an honor to faint in front of you.
Bye. Wow, wasn't that exciting?
Yeah. I just can't believe your father told him everything. Boy, now the whole world will know I married an alien. My mother's gonna kill me.
Evie, is Mr. Carpenter still there?
No, Dad, he's gone.
I bet your mother thinks the whole world is going to know she's married to an alien. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, Donna. The intergalactic handshake was really a memory expunger. In 10 minutes, Mr. Carpenter will forget everything that happened in this house. Gotta go. I'm at a pay cube.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. Guess I'm not going to be an astronaut after all.
No. But you're still a fighting hamster.
No, I'm not. Team's mad at me.
Well, I don't know. Lindsay called her earlier to say that there'd be practice tomorrow.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Can I go?
Uh-huh.
Wait, you usually ground me when I mess up.
You'll be grounded all right.
When?
Why don't we wait till your father gets home?